Good morning, students. Today's video session we will see the different types of network devices and its purposes. So the questions will come in the form of what do you mean by the network devices, what are the different types of network devices, and sometimes the network devices will be given and you have to define the network devices. So we will see one by one all the network devices whatever is in your syllabus. So very first one is the modem. So modem is the modulator demodulator. MO stands for modulator and DEM is for demodulator. It is an electronic device that enables a computer to transmit the data over telephone lines. Modem is an electronic device. When computer sends an information to the destination end by the help of telephone lines, then this modem is a device which enables it to do so that the data can data can transmit it through the telephone lines. It is used to convert the digital signals into analog signals and vice versa. When the computer will send or transmit the data, that data would be of digital form. That data will move, how it will be moved into the through the telephone lines, because the telephone signal is of analog signal and computer data is digital signal and telephone lines is a analog signal. So there is a network device which convert the computer signals, which is the digital signals, into the analog signals, and again the analog signals into the digital signal in the receiver end. So modem is very much required as a network devices to get connected in a network or to form a network. Second is RJ45 connector. RJ is registered jack. It is a standard type of connector for network cables. Whatever cables or wires are used in a networking, this RJ45 connector is used to connect it. They are used primarily for connecting LANs, particularly Ethernet. The basic task of RJ connector is to connect the local area networks. Next network devices is hub. You have heard about this name, hub. It is a hardware device used to connect several computers together. If you want to connect 10 computers interconnect 2 computers, then you need the hub, because all the 10 computers will be connected by the help of hub. It supports multiple ports. There are different types of ports available in a hub which are used to connect multiple computers or the segment of LAN together. Multiple ports are there in a hub which is used to connect multiple computers. So it is a device which is used to connect several computers together. Fourth one is switch. This network device is used to interconnect the computers or devices on a network. To connect the computers, to connect the computing devices in a network. It filters and forwards the data packets across a network. It filters the data and it forwards the data packets to the networks. Next is bridge. Bridge is a device that link two networks together. Two networks together means two LANs together. One LAN is in one office or in a building. Second LAN, local area network, is in another building or office. So two LANs, two networks will be connected with each other by the help of the network devices, which is known as bridge. Bridges are smarter hub, as it can filter the network traffic on the basis of the MAC addresses. It is very smart hub and it can easily recognize which computer system is under the which side of the bridge. So it is also known as the smarter hub. It can handle the networks that can follow the same protocols. In a network, wherever the same type of protocols are used, it can handle that very networks. So this is about the bridge, which is used to connect two networks. Next one is router. Router means which enables to route the way of the data packets. So a router is a networking device which forwards the data packets. Data packets, I think this is not the new for you. Data packet is simply when the messages will transmit or transfer from source to the destination system, then it divides into smaller parts. It divides into smaller units. That smaller units is known as data packets. So a router is a device which forwards the data packets from source machine to the destination machine by using the shortest path. Using the shortest path means multiple paths will be there. So whichever will take less time to reach to the destination, the router will follow that very path. So routers are like a bridge but can handle the different protocols. So sometimes the questions may ask, what is the difference between bridge and router? So the main difference between bridge and router is bridge follow the same protocols, but router follow the different protocols, and the definition you will be writing for the same if the question come difference between bridge and router. Next network device is a repeater. Repeater means to repeat something. What will be repeated? The signals may repeat. So a repeater amplifies and restores the signals for long distance transmission. If data has to move from source to destination and in between there is a large distance, then the repeater will be placed in between the distances, because sometimes the signals may weak to reach the destination. Therefore repeater will be placed which amplifies and restores the signal for the long distance transmission. It is an electronic device that receives a signal before it becomes too weak. It receives a signal before it becomes too weak and regenerates the original signal. This is the main purpose of the repeater, that it receives a signal before it becomes too weak and regenerates the original signal, so that in the destination end the data will reach in an correct way, in an authentic way. There should not be any loss of the data because of the long distances. So repeater will be placed in long distance transmission. Next and the last network device is the gateway. This device is used to connect dissimilar networks. Dissimilar network when the networks are not following the same protocol. So this device is basically used to connect dissimilar network. Whenever the gateway questions will be asked, you have to mention it, that it is used to connect dissimilar networks. Nowhere it was mentioned, out of 7 nowhere it was mentioned, but in the gateway it is mentioned that it is used to connect dissimilar networks. In the internet, several networks are communicating with each other. Several networking systems are there. One office, one building, all over the city, many types of different small networks are there. So several networks will communicate with each other, and each network has a different configuration. Obviously each network will have the different configuration. So in order to make the reliable communication, there must be a device that helps in communicating. It means that when dissimilar networks will be there, then the data will not be, the communication will not be reliable. Therefore gateway will be used in order to make the reliable communication. So in order to make reliable communication, there must be a device that helps in communicating. It establishes an intelligent connections between the local area network and the external networks with completely different structures. So it establishes an intelligent connection between the local area network and the external networks. So these were the network devices. Now we'll see the important question regarding this very topic, and you have to prepare for the exam. What is modem? What is its function? What are repeaters and routers? What is the difference between hub and a switch? What are the different types of internetworking devices? Next question is, what is gateway? What does it do? And the last question, what is the role of a switch in a network? These are the important questions for board examination. Okay, so you must have to prepare the answers for this very question. So that only I wanted to discuss in today's class. Now this chapter, Introduction to Computer Networking, is over. So whenever you feel any type of confusion or doubt, you may ask. Okay, thank you so much. We will meet in the next video very soon. Till then, goodbye. Take care of yourself.